I'm Margaret in Windsor, and I've put on a lot of tapes, and I've told in part about what's being done to me personally now over these years. Um, I was kidnapped and brought to Moulton, Alabama in 41, but what I want to say now is the last years I've put on there about writing a book about mind control and the mind control murders. And I live up here near Virginia Tech, and April the 16th of '07 was one of the mass. So I could go on, but I put that on. Reason I'm doing this one today is I have been run using my Made to Move, and it's killed me. It's killing me. I'm 70, almost 76 years old. Uh, the law enforcement that's involved in this can go across state lines. So I've tried to leave and I've had to come back. My point is I'm allergic to chemicals. This is done for political reasons, who I am. I didn't find out until '83 after I'd done the book was flown out to Larry Flitz, who had been shot in Lawrenceville. And I've said that to give a little background. The person that shot him and killed his an attorney was programmed. My point is that they blocked my jobs. I lived on the Appalachian Trail here in Troutwell, where I'm at now, almost. I can see both north and south of the trail, where I've gone up and begged and frozen. I can't walk anymore. I'm so bad. I'm allergic to chemicals. And if I'm force-fed toxic chemicals, and I do mean that because I get on the bus, the van, I go into stores, I have no problems. A restaurant, when I'm able to go in a restaurant, they've controlled where I've lived and put toxic fumes in it. And it does no good. I can't go to the law because they're telling them to do it. They get stuff on people, or most of them just don't care. They think it's funny they can do it to me and get away with it. So I'm just going to go right here to, I put this up to where he's a Jewish person that Lance Cooperman that owns a whole bunch of affordable inns here, corporate suites. And over the years I've had to stay there, and they've done the same thing. They have soaked me in chemicals, come in my room when I'd walk out, soak the bedding. It's unreal what they've done, and it makes you sound like if people don't want to hear it or do anything about it because they're afraid of it. It's not that they don't believe it. They just walk away and leave it, won't do anything about it. I can't get an attorney is the thing either. I get an attorney, and next thing I know, he's gone, moved away. But the point also is Cooperman and everybody knew about this. The people that was told to do it, they get things either on Cooperman or something within what he owes, income tax. I don't know what all they got on him. Maybe they didn't have to do anything. But they can get the kids and get driving infractions or if they're doing drugs or something and drop the charges if the people cooperate with them in what they're doing to me, which is killing me. I'm allergic to chemicals. It makes my immune system attack itself. Over the years, the inflammation and even the medicine given me tears down my kidneys, my lungs, my vascular, respiratory system, heart. I don't know what all it does to my brain. Stop and think about kids that think it's funny to do aerosol and God knows what. I'm being force-fed this. At night, I think I can't stand it. And there's no way to go with it because where I'm at right now, they totally all know about it too. And I'm just going to use these people. This is the Patels and Shahs, and they own just about all the motels around Troutwell here. It's just off 85, Daleville, Cloverdale, Troutwell. And it's the land that they've encompassed when they bought it up on, I guess, on small business loans is how they started. They're from India. I had nothing against any of these people. It is just so odd that all the people, I'm talking about Americans, I think the only ones that didn't get in on it are the Native American Indians, and that's no joke. But the Shahs and Patel have bought out everything, and I'm just going to go back to '95. I couldn't get jobs, and I finally did a live-in, companion aid, and I saved up some money, a little money, and it was November, and I moved in not far from where I'm at now. It was off Williamson Road, and it was the Patels owned it. And I paid a month with the money I'd managed to put together. And next thing I know, they come in and tell me they're going to remodel. And I tell them he can't because I told them I was allergic to chemicals, and they knew it anyway, I found out. Well, all of them have. But the point is, I called the cops. Cop told me I'd have to leave. He's standing there with the Patel, and he's the manager, and he's telling me that. And he'll lock me up, and he pretends to pull my hands behind me, and I don't know that he put the handcuffs on me. But if you know the background to all this, they do what they're told to do, people do, including the cops. So he told me I'd have to leave. The man could come in and remodel whatever he wanted to do. It's November, okay, up here, and it's cold as heck. So the point is that the Patel told me when the cop left or while he was standing there, I don't remember, we're Americans now. We citizens now. We have to do what the Americans tell us to do. So I'm giving you that background, and that's been the ongoing theme to where I am right now. It was a travel lodge. They renamed it Stay At Inn. I have been run around, and I've told about Carl Barton, the retired state trooper, Virginia state trooper. His wife, after I'd had fuel poured on the tent when I was out up legally up on Roanoke, I have to say that I made to look like the criminal when that's the total opposite. But she brought me down. They were hosts up there, and brought me down, and she left me at Affordable Inn where I stayed and paid the rent and sucked up chemicals that killed me for 17 months. The wife told me when she dropped me off there, she said, and she paid it with a credit card, the security deposit. I paid everything else. She said, this is how we run you with chemicals. In other words, the toxic chemicals, and where do I go if you can't go to the law? There's nowhere to go, and it's hard to believe that you can get people to engage in this kind of behavior, but they didn't care. Most of it was because I'm British, and I was kidnapped, and hey, that's okay with them. But again, I'm just going to go to where I'm at now. This is run me, and my legs and kidneys and everything are in bad shape, besides me being old and I can hardly walk, you know. But they have, where I'm at now, I've been here since August the 2nd this year. And they've used chemicals from day one when I came in. You tell them or say something, they'll just say they're not doing it. And that I have the option to leave after I've paid them the rent. And by the way, this has happened a lot of times. I pay a month or a week, and the next day I'm out because I can't take it, and they keep my money. Well, the point is that the money's gone anyway. I can't it pays to get a cab, and where am I going? Where they get me again. So I thought I was going to leave yesterday because it was so bad I couldn't stand it. But instead, I went ahead and paid the rent for another week. And where am I going to go? Get a cab and go where? And don't have a place to go. If I go to the woods or the forest, they come out there and run me. And you think this is not true? You can't tell all of it. You can't make it up. But anyway, this morning I bought groceries. I have a little bitty fridge here. Bought groceries, praying that things would be okay till somehow Great Britain can get me out of here. But then, hey, look what's been done to them. I get up this morning through the night, and this morning I can hardly move. My spine, my whole back, my legs are like I've got blood clots all in them. And I can hardly move. They sound squeaky. The stuff paralyzes me, whatever they've got going through here. They started renovating, but this doesn't, it's done at such a high level because of who I am, what's been done to me, that you tell it, and people will use that as an excuse when they know it's true. At Quality Inn, everywhere I've gone, that's how they've run me, with chemicals. And so this morning it's so bad, I don't know where I'm going to go. Everybody's afraid of the mess, or they don't care. I'm English, to hell with me. So you're the monarch. Well, just say that's nuts when we know it's true. So I pull out a Larry Flint where he did a hustler endorsement, and I ran the campaign and did a book. So as kind of well, they already know it. It's odd how people treat you when you have no power, no civil rights, no nothing. So I'm sitting here this morning thinking, this is what the state trooper's wife said to me, too. I'm not sure this is going up. She said, just don't